Hi, this is Sarah with My Natural Baby Birth. Today I wanted to talk about the number one enemy of you achieving your natural birth. And it's called the fear, pain, tension cycle. It's called a cycle. You can write fear, pain, and tension and draw arrows around and make a circle. It really doesn't matter how they affect each other or interact. They all affect each other, but we call it a cycle because what happens is when you are going through a huge, massive change in your life, getting pregnant, having a baby, giving birth, going through labor and delivery, you're encountering all this new stuff, especially for the first time. And you never know what's going to happen. It's different every time. Even though you can plan and prepare and do all that you can, you still have things like fear, you still have things like pain that come up and affect you. And these all affect each other. When you're afraid of something, it gets in your mind. It creates extra pain because the fear in your mind is releasing hormones like cortisol and inflammatory molecules in your body, which increases your pain. And when you feel more pain, it increases your tension. And when you feel more tension, it increases pain, which makes you afraid of the pain, which increases your fear. And it just all spills over on each other, especially when you're in the middle of labor because you're going through such an intense experience. So how do you, as a mom, defeat this enemy, this fear, pain, tension cycle? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to conquer each of those three areas, fear, pain, and tension, individually. If you do what you can to conquer those three things individually, you are setting yourself up for the best odds of success in your natural birth. So let's start with fear. What can you do to conquer fear? First of all, I would suggest you need to educate yourself about the true facts around birth, around what your body is capable of doing, around how you can absolutely give birth without even trying, how you have all of the endorphins in your body that support you enough to go through a birth without any pain whatsoever. Educate yourself about your options, all of the circumstances that you may be in with your own individual health, with your doctor or practitioner or your midwife, your birthing center. Simply learning about what you're going to go through, what your options are, the true facts about how you can do this decreases your fear. Then on the flip side, you can conquer your fears by getting into your inner heart and the emotions going on. What are you constantly thinking about? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the pain or something being wrong with the baby? Whatever that fear is, dig into why you feel that way and if your reason why you're afraid of it is actually legitimate. If you are afraid of something being wrong with the baby, are you afraid because you feel that's going to make you a bad mom? Or are you afraid that it's going to make a terrible future that's more difficult for you? What can you actually do about that fear? What can you actually do about what you believe you're afraid of? Some things we absolutely have no control over. Like if there's something wrong with the baby, but we can still carry them and birth them and give them love and life, then that's all that we need to consider. And a lot of your fears will start to dissipate and you can let them go because we don't want them to leak into other things. So that's fear. Tension. Let's talk about tension. How do we defeat tension? Well, when you're in the middle of a labor and delivery, what you can do is you absolutely need to master how to relax. When you feel a contraction come on, or a bad thought, or someone says something to you, or a suddenly new sensation that hurts, or it's uncomfortable because it's all new and uncomfortable, your natural reaction is to tense up, right? But if you can learn how to master how to relax, every muscle in your body, relax your mind, your breathing, all of your muscles, especially within your core, you can allow all those positive endorphins to flow. You can release the tension that does not lead to more pain, that will not lead to more fear, because you are in a state of peace and calm. And I have a number of blogs on the site about how you can master relaxation in multiple ways, or you can get my ebook at mynaturalbabybirth.com/relax to get all of those secrets all at once that I have done to have natural births 3 times. It's huge, I promise. When you try to fight against and grit your teeth and grin and bear it and tense up when you're in the middle of having labor contractions and birthing your baby, you are fighting against yourself, and it creates a horrible result and terrible pain, and it stalls your labor, and it leads to C-sections because you're fighting against your body. It knows what to do. When you can relax through it and be calm and peaceful and trust, you defeat that tension. So we've talked about fear, we've talked about tension, let's talk about pain. Now, of course, there are natural amounts of pain that you're going to go through. That's normal. And because your body is changing so much, you've got the aches and pains, you've got the labor contractions and pains, but your brain is also releasing 10, 20 times the normal amount of endorphins so that you can ride a high through all of that. Kind of like athletes that get runner's high or exercise high. All of the dopamine and oxytocin and all of those other positive emotions or endorphins are flying high. And because you have those things and because you've mastered how to relax, you're decreasing your natural levels of pain. Keep that in mind. Secondly, the best thing that I would recommend so that you can defeat any pain is you strengthen your body. And you do that through exercise, especially in your 2nd and 3rd trimester. Please start in your 2nd trimester. Get through your 1st, get through the morning sickness, get through the flu-like feelings, but absolutely don't wait. If you are strengthening your body, allowing it to stretch, loosen up, release, getting your squats perfected, strengthening your core, and allowing all of those muscles to do their job, you are decreasing pain. The main reason you're having pain during your pregnancy and through your labor is because those muscles aren't strong. So they're not holding you together. They're not working as properly as they could. So then that puts all the tension on all of the connections, the ligaments, the tendons, your bones, your spine, your hips. And those connections are not built like muscles. They're not flexible as much as muscles. But when your muscles are strong, and they are supporting you properly, then that strain isn't happening. And so, please exercise and strengthen yourself. I can drop links to all the exercises I recommend so that you defeat your pain. Okay, so we've talked about fear, pain, tension, and how we defeat all 3. If you put all of those together, you have defeated your number 1 enemy of having the birth that you want and desire. So, start with the ebook on relaxation. Go to mynaturalbabybirth.com/relax. Get yourself a copy. Start there, and it leads you down to everything else that you need to learn so that you can master this fear, pain, tension cycle and not let it get the best of you. You can do it. You have everything that you already need, and I'm here to help you along the way. Let me know if you have questions or comments. I'll see you next time. Bye.